Folytassuk az ABC gyilkosságot. Kicsit visszaadom a körülbelül, jó. Ugye föl kéne ébresztenünk valahogy az emberünket. $10 ponttal tartozik.
Tehát cigarett.
Nincs semmi, nézzük hátra. Az ott, abban nincs semmi.
Medicine. Laudanum-based cough medicine, Mrs. Asher, and Dover Morley Laboratory, London. It's strange to find such an elaborate medicine from a leading London laboratory in the home of such a modest woman. From Mr. Adam Flint, Royal Bank is... Despite
Találkozom, hogy ezt újra meg lehet nézni.
Mrs. Asher's meager...
Itten nincsen más. Talán ezt.
Mrs. Asher lived very simply.
Nem, itt nem tudok semmit. Nem, itt is csak a tükörbe tudunk belenézni. Semmi. Semmi fönt. Itt sincs semmi. Ezt már megnéztük. Igen. Hát akkor próbáljuk először meg a nőnél. Hát ha neki van valamilyen. Mondjuk az az ecet például.
A bottle of poor quality vinegar. I am accusing you of the murder of Mrs. Asher.
What? It wasn't me!
According to the victim's account book, you owed her £10 for tobacco and magazines.
That's a lie. She owed me £1, I swear.
Enough lies!
It's not lies. But you're not quite as clever as what you think.
Now, please be so kind as to explain this.
Look at my account book. Alice owed me £11 for fruit and vegetables. I may have had a slate at her shop, but she had one at mine. She owed me £1. And that reminds me I have to get it back from her niece.
That is quite enough. Your account book has saved you, but I might ask Chief Inspector Japp to throw you in the cells for 1 or 2 nights while he checks your entries. Do you want to go to prison?
Prison? Now that's not fair. I haven't done nothing.
In that case, I am counting on your full collaboration.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir.
Már is.
Listen, I didn't kill Alice, I swear. But it's true that I did go to the shop yesterday.
De tegnap benn
At
voltam
what
a
time?
bújtján. És mikor?
6 o'clock. She left me a note saying she wanted some strawberries if I got some. I received them late, about 6. So I took them over to her.
But you did not see her.
She wasn't in the shop, so I just put the strawberries on the counter and left.
Did you see anything unusual in the shop?
No. Well, maybe one thing. There was always a railway guide on the counter. Alice didn't sell them. Maybe it's the customer who left it there.
You were not alarmed?
I thought Alice had just gone to get her medicine from her room and that she'd be straight back.
You mentioned medicine.
Something for her cough. She used to take it a lot.
Who do you think killed her?
France! Her scoundrel of a husband. He was always after her for something. Well, he's a foreigner. Sorry, sir. What I mean is he's German. That's even worse.
Did you see Franz Asher enter the tobacco shop late yesterday afternoon?
Well, no. But at that time of the day, the streets are packed, and I have better things to do than watch her shop.
I'll just borrow your bottle a moment.
Take it. It's what Alice used to sober up her husband. But try not to empty the bottle.
Na most
Let
már
us now
tudtuk
try
venni.
and get our brain cells to work.
Igen, mert most már letudtuk. Na. Így né. Tehát 17:30 és 18 óra között tölték meg. Na most kell kikérdeznünk az ipsét.
Strawberries! 6 pence a pound!
He's not in any
Használjuk az üveget.
Mes amis, I can say without a doubt that poor Mrs. Asher was killed between 5:30 and 6.
17:30
Killed when
és
the street was
18 óra
packed
között
with
volt
people. That's
ölték
rather
meg a nőt.
bold.
I've been talking to the neighbours and...
No
Szerintem
one's
a
seen anything?
szomszédokkal
Or rather
senki nem
it's
látott
anything and
semmit.
everything. Am I wrong?
Vagy minden.
No.
Semmit.
Yeah. We must grill this villain Asher before he falls asleep again.
Ideje kikérdezni Mr. Ashert. Megint vizsgáljuk meg az okásos. Lássuk hány pontot kell
This
rá
man is in
megtalálni.
rather
Hát,
bad
gondolom a
state.
vér a száján. A szakadás kabátja. Hát talán a keze? Nem. Maradt még a
What are
szeme.
you looking at me like that for?
This man has been fighting and he smells of alcohol.
És akkor most beszéljünk vele. Kínáljuk meg egy
Care for a
cigivel.
cigarette, monsieur?
What's that? Scented cigarettes? No thanks.
Bien. I was trying to be friendly, but you are quite right. Let us get down to business. You threatened to kill your wife, and now she is dead.
So what? You shouldn't take things so seriously, sir. Nothing but empty threats. We didn't get on all that badly.
So, if things were going so well with your wife, why did you not live with her?
She was the one that left. Nothing to do with me, sir.
Ah, women are flighty creatures.
Kérdeztük,
Did she run away with another man?
Flighty? You talk funny. One thing for sure, if my wife was seeing another man, I'd have given her a good beating.
Ha tudtam volna, hogy egy másik
Interesting.
férfi van, akkor
And
bevertem volna
what
neki.
were you doing yesterday at the end of the afternoon?
Csinált tegnap este?
Can't
Késő este?
recall.
Nem emlékszem rá. Gyanús.
You had been drinking again.
The occasional slap, sir. That's all.
Csak egy pohár
And
kell.
you cannot even remember how you ripped your coat?
I got it stuck in a door.
Fennakadt egy ajtónak a vátja vezészkötő.
Asha, look me in the eye and tell me that you were in a fight.
I'm looking. No, I wasn't in a fight.
You are right. Looking at the state of you, you did not defend yourself. So someone gave you a good beating.
A beating? No way. All right, he tore my coat and gave me a black eye. You see the state of him?
Very interesting. Who is the other that you struck?
Probably best if I tell you everything. Yesterday afternoon, I met Roderick Tanner. We'd bet on a dog fight together.
An illegal bet, naturally.
Yes, sir. Our dog won. Roderick got the money, but he refused to give me my share.
And you fought about it. What time was this?
In the evening, about 6, I think. We were on the other side of town. You see, I couldn't have killed my wife.
Tehát 18 órakor volt a város másik felébe egy ilyen kutyaviadalmat.
Asher's alibi appears to be confirmed. All the same, I'm going to call and check that he did have a fight with this Tanner on the afternoon of the murder. You can never trust this sort of chap.
One thing is certain, Asher was a ruffian who used to beat his wife.
But he is not very educated. It certainly was not him who wrote the letter signed ABC. Let's resume, Hastings. We know the murderer pretended to be a customer. He did not kill her for money, that appears to be certain.
I agree with you on that point.
And the murderer left an ABC guide as a signature. Therefore, it's likely he wrote the letter.
Indeed, but that doesn't explain why and how he did it.
You are quite right. Why he did it is a mystery. But as for how he did it, we do know enough to try and reconstruct the events.
Hát aki akarja, azt fordítsa le magának. Tehát elég érdekes, jól ki van találva. Igazából biztos, hogy a filmek teljes másolata, mert valahogy így voltak ott is. Rekonstruálnunk kell a gyilkosságot.
The killer enters the shop.
Bejött a boltba a gyilkos.
Mrs. Asher turns around to greet her customer. The murderer asks her for some tobacco. She turns her back to him. He seizes the opportunity to strike her. He then places the ABC upside down before leaving. Everything appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened.
Talán jól rekonstruáltuk az egészet.
Asher has a...
She had no debts. She gave Franz Asher money regularly. She wasn't owed money. Nobody stood to gain anything.
No doubt about it. The murderer is insane.
Biztos, hogy
And I fear that we had not heard the last of him.
I hope you're wrong for once.
Yeah, let's go back to London.
most nem.
If we hurry, we should catch them.
Menjünk
No,
vissza Londonba.
unfortunately, I have to talk with Andover police.
See you soon
Még
then.
nem, még van egy-két.
Are you coming, Hastings?
Megbeszélni való
Let's
az
go home.
Andover
There's nothing for
rendőrség.
us here.
Well, do you have any idea about the killer's identity?
The crime was committed by a man of medium height, with red hair and suspicious
Közepes
eyes.
nagyságú férfi,
He has a slight limp on the right foot and a wart just below
haj.
his shoulder blade.
És különleges nézés.
Poirot!
Mon ami, what do you want? You fix upon me a look of dog-like devotion and demand of me a pronouncement à la Sherlock Holmes. Now for the truth. I do not know what the murderer looks like, nor where he lives, nor how to set hands
Nem is
upon
kell
him.
van egy gyilkosnak a
What should we
személyleírása,
do
tehát
then?
akkor csak én kamu volt.
Nothing.
Most mit fogunk csinálni? Semmit.
Nothing?
Semmit.
Do not be so impatient, Hastings. The killer will manifest himself soon enough.
I thought I heard the postman. Maybe there's some news.
I would go and see.
Jön a postás. Levél elolvasása. Milyen levél? Ott van.
Dear Mr. Poirot, well, what do you think? I believe that I won this round. The end of our affair went like clockwork, don't you feel? But the fun has only just started. I would like to draw your attention to Bexhill-on-Sea on the 25th of this month. We're having a crazy time. Best wishes, ABC.
Egy újabb gyilkosságra készül, akkor
The next crime will be in Bexhill. We must warn Japp to Scotland Yard.
Did the letter indicate anything that might help the police?
To be honest, I think we can already guess something about the next victim. But I need to think about it a little more.
Most egy kicsit gondolkodnia kell. Mi a küldetés? Aha, az első levelet a második levéllel összehasonlítani.
Let us examine this more closely.
Nézzük meg közelebbről.
Certain characters in the two letters may have similar defects.
Tehát ugyanazt a hibát mutatják.
The W is not printed properly.
W nincs perfektül oda nyomtatva. Mint ahogy itt sem.
The W is not printed properly. Let us examine the characters in this word. Let us examine the characters in this word.
Az A el van csúszva.
Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual.
És itt az I is elég vastag.
Yes, this I is weird.
És még mit láthatunk?
Let us examine the characters. Right. Let us compare this with the other letter. The W is not printed properly.
Ugyanaz.
However, the characters in the two words do not match. Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual.
Az A is speciális. És itt van az I.
Yes, this I is weird. Right. Let us compare this with the other letter. Dear Mr. Poirot, well, what do you think? I believe that I won this round. The end of our affair went like clockwork, don't you feel?
Oké, tehát
We're
az
having
S.
a crazy time.
Tehát komolyan kell venni. Tehát még mit vehetünk észre? But.
Nothing to report for these characters. Let us examine another word.
Ez most így kéne?
Right. Let us compare this with the other letter. Of course, the W characters in the two letters do indeed
itt is
have the
találkozni,
same
meg ott
defects.
is.
I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
Jöhet az I.
Yes, this... Let us examine the...
Nem.
Yes, this I... Right, let us compare... Yes, the I characters in the two letters do...
Ugyanaz a hiba.
I have to find some other similar defects. Yes. Right. Let us compare this.
Nem kéne ezt mindig elmondania.
That's right. The A characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. My theory was right. These two letters were written with the same typewriter.
Tehát ugyanazzal az írógéppel írták.
Both letters were written on the same typewriter and show the same characteristics.
You surprise me, Poirot. You usually ignore material proof.
But there is nothing usual about this case, Hastings. Nothing must be overlooked. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Na. 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 Mit lehet mondani a következő áldozatról? Ezt. Tehát az áldozat nem
So,
egy zével
Poirot,
kezdődött.
have you found something?
Oui, I believe so. But I am afraid it is not enough to stop the murderer. Let us go and see Chief Inspector Japp. I will explain there.
Menjünk Jepphez, elmagyarázom ennek útközben. Whitehaver fellász. Adjuk el Whitehavert. Scotland Yardra kell mennünk.
To Scotland Yard, please.
Gyorsan meg is jöttünk a Scotland Yardra. Jeppet a második levélről értesíteni. Ja.
Don't be so impatient, Poirot. You're getting preferential treatment. I've refused all other visits today.
Igen. Ó, lehet valamit megnézni.
Japp has invested a great deal in his career.
Meg gondolom itt ez a medál. Nem, akkor a szobor. És gondolom ez.
Japp is an investigator greatly respected by his peers.
Sikeres. Nincs semmi. Nem ezt akartam.
Alice Asher was murdered in Andover. London. I really like this city. One thing is certain.
Don't be so impatient, Poirot.
Like all hunters, Hastings has all... Like all...
Jó. Na, meg lehet informálni. Nem. Talán itt.
London. Jack appears to be snowed under.
Telefon. Szóval itt a borítékok. Kávé.
Chap appears to already be overloaded with work. My news is not going to improve matters.
Talán most át tudom adni neki.
Bonjour, Chief Inspector. I am afraid we have some bad news. I have just received another letter signed ABC. The next crime will be on the 25th in Bexhill-on-Sea.
Are you completely sure it's from the same person?
I have compared the two letters. There is no doubt about it.
I suppose you think he's going to carry out his threats.
I fear so.
Good God, Poirot. Bexhill is very busy at this time of year, and we have no idea who the next victim will be.
I suspect that the name of the second victim will start with B.
What on earth makes you think such a thing?
I thought about it when I saw the name Asher clearly written over the shop door of the unfortunate woman who was murdered in Andover last month. When I received a letter mentioning Bexhill, I deduced that the victim, like the town, might have been chosen by alphabetical order.
So, it's an alphabet fiend. I'm going to have a list drawn up of all the people whose name starts with B. I hope there aren't too many of them.
Bien, we should leave you to work, Chief Inspector.
You have a few days to prepare yourself.
Thank you for coming, my friends.
Poirot?
Chief Inspector Japp, your call does not bode well.
Indeed, we have just found the body of a young woman on the beach in Bexhill. An ABC was placed on the body.
We'll be there as soon as
Két
possible.
nő halt meg a strandon. Egy ABC könyv volt rajta.
Bexhill is a delightful town. It would be nice to come back and visit.
I do not entirely agree. Walking at the beach damages my shoes, and it hurts my knee.
So the years have not spared you, my friend. It's the same for all of us.
That is exactly what I said to myself when I saw you back from your travels.
Poirot!
Do not be offended, Hastings. I can see Jap waiting for us. And from his face, I would say that things are not looking good.
Na, menjünk nyomozni. Megint egy trófeát nyertünk el. Cseppel beszéljünk. Hogy ölték meg egy gyilkost. Parker. Na, nyomozhatunk.
How do you do, gentlemen?
Chief Inspector?
I fear your admirer has struck again, Poirot. We haven't yet identified the victim, but it's a young woman, 20 to 25 years old. Death occurred last night between 11:30 and 1 o'clock, and we found an ABC guide on the body.
Was she pretty?
Come on, Poirot, that's rather out of place. It has no bearing on the murder.
Are you certain? For women, it is often the most important thing. It often decides their destiny.
The body hasn't...
Has the press been informed?
Not yet, but I'm planning to. I haven't yet informed them about the presence of the ABC guide in Andover.
Nobody has reported a young woman missing?
Not for the moment.
No witnesses, I imagine.
Indeed. We've asked everybody who may have met a young woman fitting her description last night to come and see us, but I have little hope of gaining anything from it.
It's early days, Chief Inspector, and the news may not have spread around the town yet.
I hope you're right, Hastings.
Ja. Mondom, nézzük meg a hullát. Igen. Gyilkosság helyszínét akkor mutassuk át. Hetet. Először is van a könyv, ugye már megint.
The guide is open at the page for the Bexhill train times.
Egy megvan.
A braided silk belt. It may have belonged to the victim.
Nem ez, öv. A nyakán.
These marks have been left by a rope or braided cloth.
Kötéltől. Ott egy kulcs.
This key is too small to be one for a house. Without a doubt, it is for a padlock. The young woman wasn't wearing shoes or a coat, and was not carrying a bag. That's strange.
Se táska.
Either the murderer stole the belongings, or she put them somewhere safe.
Ellopta tőle a gyilkos
Maybe so that she could bath.
Vagy valahol letette.
She was a great beauty. Strange that Jap didn't notice.
Elég szép volt, csodálkozom, hogy Jeff nem említette meg. Jaj, nem akartam. Még egy hiányzik, hát valószínűleg innen az öv. És nem.
Apart from the marks on her neck, there are no signs of the struggle.
Semmi
She
harcnak
didn't
nem
manage to
látom.
hit her assailant. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Jó. Hogy ölték meg az áldozatot? Tehát nem védekezett. Nyomok a nyaknál. És így. Tehát meglepték az
The poor
áldozatot.
child must have been strangled with his braided belt. Unfortunately, in view of the fabric, it is unlikely that we will find any prints. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Új lenyomatokat rajta. Tehát mik az egyezések? Az e közötti gyilkosság. Várjuk. Nem. Két könyv. Akkor most jön ez. És nem. A másiknál voltak nyomatok? Nem tudok róla.
The medical officer should confirm that the victim was strangled with her own belt.
That's what I
Meg kell
thought.
erősíteni, hogy a saját övével
She shows
ötlik
the
meg.
usual signs of strangulation.
With a little luck, we'll find prints this time.
You are too
Szerencsém
optimistic,
volt,
Hastings.
villanyomatokat.
Our killer is far too meticulous for that.
Az áldozatot ki kell találni, hogy ki volt. Nézzük meg még egyszer. Talán. Igen, a kulcsot kéne. Ó, már megvan a kulcs. Még hozzá. A 6-os? Igen, a 6-os. Kilences, ez lehet a 6-os.
The number is upside down. This is definitely at number 6.
Biztos, hogy a 6-os szám. Ez itt mi?
A dual locking padlock. I need to find the code and then
Meg
insert
kell
a key.
találnunk a kódot, hogy tudjuk használni a kulcsot. Ez itt talán 7-es, 1-es, 5-ös. Hetes, 1-es, 5-ös. Na.
It definitely was here that the victim left her belongings.
Pontosan itt tette le
The
az
purse is
áldozat
full.
cuccait.
Yet again, we can dismiss theft as the motive for the murder.
Itt a
Here is the
táskája
watch she must have
pénztárcájával,
removed to
tehát
prevent it from getting
kizáratva a
wet.
lopás.
A
Tehát a
top
pénz
brand
miatt
lipstick.
írva.
She liked to take care of her appearance. As well as a photo of the victim with some company. It could be useful to me.
Jó, egy fotót is találtunk.
Betty's first day at work. Mom is very proud of you. Elizabeth Barnard, 7 August 1931. So, the young lady did have a name starting with B, and she worked as a ginger cat, an establishment that must be slightly further along the beach.
Megvan a 3 cucc.
Jap has gone to the police. The victim has been identified and her family had reported her disappearance. She was called?
Elizabeth Barnard, mainly Betty. She worked as a ginger cat at the cafe slightly further along the beach.
But Poirot, how on earth?
Never mind. Do you have her address?
Yes, she lived with her parents on the street leading to the beach, number 22. Shall we go?
You are far too impatient, Hastings. Let the poor people take in the news first. Let us go and visit the cafe where Betty worked.
Menjünk először a kávézóba, a kert, ahol a nő dolgozott. Miss Ginger Cat Game. Ezt vizsgáljuk meg. Semmi.
Could it be the same buildings as on the victim's photo?
Na. Na van év. Oké, van ilyen tetőtere.
This is definitely where the photo I found in the hut was
Pontosan
taken.
csinálták a fotót. Ja. Valahogy elnézem, balról nem tud futni.
With all these tourists, these shops must be thriving. With all these
I'll be with you in a minute, gentlemen.
Mindjárt önöknél vagyok. Na lássuk, miket kell itt megfigyelni.
This is a well-laid table. Nothing.
Elnézem, csak egyszer van ez az ego pont, le van. Figyeljük meg.
Something tells me that she's the owner of the ginger cat.
Vele van nyaklánc. Nem. Feszes tartás. Szemüveg. Piros haj.
This woman must be the owner of the ginger cat. It looks like something is bothering her.
Mint itt zavarná valami.
How can I help you?
A hot chocolate and a tea for my friend, please.
I'll bring it straight away.
Mit kéne most csinálnunk? Betty munkáját átnézni.
What a pity. I don't have any change to make. I need to know the time range during which Betty was working on her own.
Millie, Betty. 11 óra, 7 óra 50. 25-én semmi.
This page won't help me. Where is Betty? Betty worked from 11 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Would she have been alone at any time during her service? Betty worked from 11 a.m. No, this person is interesting. Betty was alone between 5 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Who did she serve? No, this person is not the This page won't help me.
Oké.
These are the different waiting staff's bills. Which ones were written by Betty?
Na, melyiket írta Betty?
This bill may have been written by Betty. There is probably another one.
Az írásból... Hát...
Betty wasn't serving on her own at these two times. Let's keep searching. This bill may have been written by Betty. There is probably another one. Betty wasn't serving on her own at these two times. Let's keep searching.
Na, várjunk csak.
Where is Betty? Betty worked from 11 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Would she have been alone at any time during her service? Interesting. Betty was alone between 5 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Who did she serve? Most probably a single man, a whiskey lover, maybe the murderer? This bill may have been written by Betty. There is probably another one. No, something's not right. Betty was alone at just one of these two times.
Tehát PM-est keresünk. PM-est.
Where is Betty? Betty worked from 11 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Would she have been alone at any time? Interesting. Betty was alone between 5 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Who did she serve?
17-től 19:30-ig.
Most probably a family. This bill may have been written by Betty. There is probably another one. Most probably a single man, a whiskey lover, maybe the murderer? Betty served a family and a man on his own, a whiskey drinker, maybe the murderer. This information will help me to progress.
Tehát egy család...
What? Gentlemen, what are you doing?
Uraim,
We are searching for clues, mademoiselle. My name is Hercule Poirot. I am a detective, and this is Captain Hastings. Does Betty Barnard work here?
That is correct. She should have been here a while ago. Punctuality is the first rule of politeness.
I fear that Miss Barnard will not be coming today. She has just been found, dead, on the beach a few hundred meters from the cafe.
How awful. Poor young thing.
Ez
What happened?
esett össze
She
tőle.
appears to have been murdered.
This is most distressing. How this will affect my business, I shudder to think.
What can you tell us about Miss Barnard?
Nothing, absolutely nothing. Miss Barnard was my employee. Her private life was none of my business.
You did know at least that she had a young man.
Indeed.
This photo was found. Is this him?
Yes, that's him all right. But I haven't seen him for some time.
Igen, ez az, de már egy ideje nem láttam.
I find young people today very hard to understand.
You needn't tell me that. A few weeks ago, they argued just outside the cafe. Imagine what my customers must have thought.
Do you know the reason for their dispute?
I'm not on those sort of terms with my staff. Now, please excuse me, I have work to do.
The customer who ordered a whiskey might provide us more information. He may have been the last one to see Betty alive.
It is an interesting idea, Hastings. Maybe he is a regular guest. What do you think, mademoiselle?
I don't think so. Our regular guests tend to order tea and cakes. At this time of the year, there are a lot of tourists about you never see again.
That's what I thought. Time to visit Betty's home.
Betty Bernardhoz kell mennünk. Jó, hogy előre megy már Hastings. Legalább nem kell kitalálnunk, hogy hova megy.
I think we've gone past the Barnard's house.
Luckily for me, you have an exceptional sense of direction, Hastings. You are...
Ó, tehát itt vagyunk a háznál, nem de messze volt. Tehát 22. Mindig messze már nem is lehetne. Na, jól beleakadt.
How do you do, mademoiselle? My name is Hercule Poirot.
I know you. You're that detective we hear all about.
I do not know if that is a compliment, but I will take it as one for now. You are Betty's sister, I believe?
Yes. My name is Megan.
Can we come in?
Please do. My parents are at the police station. I doubt they'll be up to speaking to you later.
Do not worry, we will not bother them.
Did you know your sister's plans for yesterday evening?
No. I arrived by train this morning. My parents called me in a panic when they discovered that Betty had disappeared. She went out last night, but she didn't tell them where she was going.
What was your last conversation about?
Her new dress. She wanted a pair of black stockings to go with it. Mother brought her a pair. The very day it happened. She was crying. And to think that Betty never even wore them. Poor Mummy.
Jó. Megán kikérdezés lesz majd a következő, amit csinálni fogunk, de ez majd csak a következő részben fogjuk. Itt most akkor lezárnám ezt a részt, és akkor majd innen fogunk folytatni.